My name is Brad. Welcome back to Dragon Ball Legends. I want to have a conversation with you guys about what's going on with Cooler and Vegeta, and I mean Bojack for that example too. So I think it's gonna be a pretty quick conversation. I think a lot of these discussion videos I want to keep them at like 8 minutes. Number one, because 8 minutes is where the video can get more monetized. So it's like the old 10-minute kind of thing. And two, I don't want to just drag something on to make the video artificially longer, you know? And I think I could talk for about 8 minutes about these kind of things. So if you guys enjoy these kind of discussion videos, make sure you leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you've been here forever and you're just like, oh, I'm not even sub, subscribe. It helps. Doesn't help a whole lot, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, you can have 10 million subscribers, you get 100 views on a video, it doesn't matter. You're never going to get that, but you could. If you got 100 million subs and you're getting 1,000 views, you gotta reevaluate something, Doug. So take a look at his details. Here's the problem with newer units that are coming out. So we have two variables, right? Or two options, we'll say, not variables. There's a lot of variables. Two options here. The path that Legends could take. They could go down the path where Zenkai is completely 100% rain dominant. And they release these units, make them easier to get, and you need them at higher stars for them to be good. That's the path we seem to be on right now, where Zenkais are 100% the better options. Like, it doesn't, you cannot convince me Zenkai Boo, even Zenkai 3 is not better than Cooler on Regen. He is. It's just how it is. Now, when it comes to Lineage of Evil, he is the best green. Golden Freeze is good, but I would put this Cooler above him, for sure. Now, if by any chance Golden Freeze against that Zenkai, Cooler's out. He's gone. Doesn't even matter at that point. Means nothing. So to me, that's the path we're on right now, where Zenkai is completely 100% rain dominant. Now, the path that I want to be on, they make units just as stupid as Zenkais. And I know you guys are like, well, duh. That's how buffs should work in video games. That it just brings that unit up to par. Not above par. If this is par, my mic right here is par. It brings it like here, maybe a little better. It's alright, not a big deal. You know, hey, you know, we have like a down here is like where Scouter Vegeta was at. If they chose to really work on Scouter Vegeta when they actually gave him a Zenkai, but I'm like here, I'd be like, okay, no big deal. He's a little bit better. The new unit's coming out, that's cool. He's an old unit, he deserves it, whatever. But they're just like, nah, they're gonna go like right below. So if par is a 5, new Zenkais are gonna be like a 4. And then you have Gohan that's like an 8 or 9 or 10. And it's like, that's the issue that we have with that. So, the path that I'm hoping we start going down. How do I want this to get fixed? Now, again, it seems so simplistic. I'm leaving Cooler's information here because I don't have Bojack or Vegeta. I only wanted 1K. Not really trying for anything. I don't really care that much. I thought Vegeta was going to be a lot cooler for Super Saiyans than he was. But yeah, it sounds so simple. But what we need to do, this is the path we need to take forward from here, is just constantly, every unit that comes out is on par with Zenkais. And I know that sucks. Like the good Zenkais. You're probably going to have your doo-doo ones. Scatter Vegeta's just not going to be good. Whatever. He's going to be good for a bench. It happens. Units like that. But all these units that come out need to be on par with... Like, we can have Gohan and Goku be their team. Whatever. Doesn't matter. The two Gokus and Gohan, that's still... Sun Family is a ridiculous team. They can have that team. It's not a big deal. 18's stupid too. But they need to come out on par. And like Vegeta and Cooler are not on par. At all. They're not on par statistically or what they do. Are they fun? Yeah, I think they're fun. I think they got really cool animations. But in a game like this, that doesn't make up for it. And that's what sucks. Because like nobody's jumping into like events when they require to use the newest, hottest unit, right? Well, they don't require, but when it's recommended, you know, like how in PvP or co-op, you can run Champa. You could run Hit, but you're going to want to run Champa, right? You don't have Champa, so you run Hit. But nobody's jumping in with like half the other units that are coming out at that time. So it's not like we're looking at the animations too much, besides when we're using them in PvP. That's really the only time. And at that point, you want the good units, the really good units, to have the good animations. Like Goku Black. Perfect example of a unit that has top tier animations, top tier in the meta, very good teams, released on a step up. So many pluses for that unit. Absolutely. Cooler and Vegeta, I don't know what they're doing with the let's move forward, let's move back. Hey, you know, oh, maybe we overstepped our boundary, we'll pull it back. Like, no. This isn't the time to pull back. We're releasing like new units and stuff. This is not the time to then be like, hey, let's balance these units now. No, these units don't need to be balanced. New units that release, is it good for them to be balanced? Yes. But the way they're releasing Zenkais, these units do not need to be balanced. Like, give us some broken shit to work with. If I get them at 2 stars and I'm able to work them up to 6 stars, give me something broken to work with against Nameku and Gohan, so I want to summon on your banners. Because this is not... These stats, they're not horrific. I've seen worse. But for a brand new Sparking at the end of 22, this game has been out 2.5 years. And we're getting units like this when Gohan is coming in at 300,000 blast attack? No. Like, no. It's stupid. It makes no sense to me at all. So, moving forward, all I hope from Legends is we take Path 2 and not Path 1. Path 2, again, being where every unit just comes out insane. They're wild. Like Goku Black level. Just to equalize. Because if we're going to give kids who have not been playing the game very long, people, sorry, not kids. If we're going to give them units like Zenkai 18 and stuff like that, and Zenkai 16, and 16's not as good as 18 by any stretch of the imagination. He's a full tier below, at least. But, like, being on that same team, and then if you get that red cell, you're good. You're golden. That's a team you can rock for the next couple months. So if we're going to give people that team with Zenkais, which is dope, I love it. I love that a unit like 18 is so good. Because it's somebody that all of us would have had at some point. Whatever else, you can build a couple different teams off her. If you want to rock females with Kefla, you want to rock androids. Sick. Love it. But you can't be releasing units like this then. Like, Vegeta literally gets one combo by her, and he's a defense unit. Is he defense unit, or does he just give both defenses? Because I know sometimes it's kind of funky with units. But I believe he's actually a defense... Yeah. He's a defense unit. You give us a purple Saiyan... That he's pretty good, to be fair. He has a very good Z ability. They gave him a good Z ability to summon for him, honestly. But he's pretty good. It's just really weird. So, keep up with what they're doing with giving Zenkais to these units that really need it. 18, 16, Cell, they all did need it. And it's good that Androids is good now. I have no problem with that. But new units got to be coming out and making... Because this did not make me want to summon. This banner, man... Like, I didn't even see who else is on the banner. I didn't even look at it, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, I didn't do my happy weekend. Okay, cool. Well, we'll do that in 1 second then. I just did my dailies. Who else is on here? Goku, it's a good option. I wouldn't really recommend for Turles. He's not bad, but he's definitely not, like, what he should have been. Broly and Chile is cool, but they're more of just a Saiyan team, at least in my opinion. And then, no, that Vegeta is very okay. This is not a good banner. So, it's not horrific, I guess, but none of those units are, like, usable in the meta. Minus Cooler and Vegeta. And you need other options. Like, if you got Cooler, you 100% need a Zenkai 3 to 7 Cooler. This is going to be extreme. You 100%. You cannot convince me otherwise. You're not jumping in with Cooler, full power Frieza. Maybe you could jump in with, like, Purple Cooler if you have, like, a 9 to 10 star. Purple Cooler is still very, very good. With full power and then this Cooler, you could probably make that work. Fine. That's great. That was my first 14-star unit in the entire game, by the way. I don't know. It just kind of bugs me a lot because it's just very weird, wishy-washy, because now we're all debating not even spending on banners anymore. Because why would you? If you're like free to play or something, and you're trying to play PvP, if you're not trying to play PvP, summon whatever you want to summon for, but you're trying to play PvP, like you actually want to jump in for stuff like that, there's kind of no reason for you to summon on new banners. Go for Zenkais. Now, if you just want units you like, you really like Goku Black stuff, dude, jump in. At the end of the day, jump for whatever you want to jump in for. But this is just a recommendation as somebody who plays a lot of PvP. I definitely had a break there for like 4 months. But somebody who plays a lot of PvP, if you're focusing on that, Zenkais are your way to go. Don't even look at new banners. Unless it's like a step up and you love Goku Black, like that's your unit. There's a couple units there I definitely recommend you should go for at least one copy and then multi-Z power them up. Goku Black's probably one of those options just because he does give you both attacks on a team like Future and he's really good. Yeah, okay, those are options for sure, but I don't know. It's this weird in between and I need them to pick a lane. Pick a lane we're going down. Are we only focusing on Zenkais, or are we only focusing on new banners with a little bit of Zenkais here and there? Because every unit that comes out is absolutely busted. Kids who don't like those units then can get a Zenkai the next week that maybe they'd rather use. It gives you more variety, but you can't be expecting people to summon on both of them. It's not going to happen that way. They're not going to be jumping in 7,000 for the... Well, some people will, like Goresh and stuff like that, but the average player will not. Like the average person who spends, $40 a month, which is probably a very large demographic of this game, where they set themselves a cap of like $60. Then you can kind of validate, well, $60, I would spend it on a normal game anyways, no big deal. I totally get that. If you're not making content and stuff like that, it's just a weird in-between. And it bugs me. So let me know down below. Does it bug you too? What do you want? What do you want from Legends? Because I don't know how they dig themselves out of this hole. The only way I can see is that every unit going forward that comes out is absolutely ridiculous, like Goku Black level. Then maybe we'll get to an even playing field again, where Zenkais aren't just reigning over. Because Zenkais should be bringing the unit up to par, not making them better. Because if you're forcing people to summon on Zenkais, you're then taking them away from your banners, and you're going to lose the game money. That's where I get very confused by the way Legends does it. Let me know down below. I want to get your opinion. I'm out. Catch you guys around. Thank you so much. Deuces. You get to watch me click end. Hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. You can check out another one up here, or over here, or over here, or back up here, or maybe over here, maybe down here, I don't know. You could also sub this right here. You see my face? I mean, I'm behind my own face. So it's more like a metaphor for saying you should subscribe. Thank you, it's greatly appreciated.